Before the middle of the decade, a hybrid car using solid-state battery technology would debut, according to Toyota. Giants in the automotive sector are engaged in a fierce race to develop a better solid-state battery. In light of rising petroleum prices and climate change, the holy grail of electric automobiles has long been sought after. Can you picture a battery for an electric car with a range of more than 300 miles that takes only 10 minutes to charge? Does not require a substantial heating or cooling system. It can store an 80% charge for about 240,000 cycles. It has a circumference of 386,242.56 kilometers and is not prone to spontaneous combustion. Incredible, huh? The promise of the solid-state vehicle battery is evident. Toyota recently announced that a functional prototype with a solid-state battery would be available soon. What exactly does this battery do, and how long can it last? What you discover will startle you. Toyota provided a preview of its future to the globe. An 11-second YouTube video from September 2021 displayed a modern four-door car driving down a test track. The slogan emblazoned on the vehicle's right, "Powered by an all-solid-state battery," was the most significant improvement. Toyota and Panasonic have collaborated on nearly 1,000 patents that address solid-state batteries. In the meanwhile, Nissan is creating a solid-state battery, and by 2028, it hopes to see it in a real car. The Japanese government supports both Toyota and Nissan. Around $19 billion is being collected by Japan to support decarbonization technologies, most of which will be used to construct solid-state batteries, especially the acquisition of lithium, whose global supplies are limited. Japan believes that early advancements in solid-state technology will enable it to produce more batteries than China and South Korea combined. In 2020, it was expected that the global market for next-generation batteries, particularly those that outperform existing lithium-ion batteries, would rise from $39 million to $413 million. In 2030, there will be 3.1 billion people and $25.2 billion. The next big step in the EV sector will be solid-state batteries. Compared to the lithium-ion batteries currently used in most EVs, the batteries offer a longer battery life, more excellent range, and quicker charging periods. However, it appears that there is still room for improvement or development. Toyota previously acknowledged that solid-state battery prototypes were being created. In a video interview with Autoline filmed during the 2022 CES Technology Show, Toyota announced that it will begin selling vehicles using solid-state batteries by 2025. Gil Pratt, head of the Toyota Research Institute and chief scientist at Toyota, said in the interview that the business intended to commercialize its solid-state batteries in the first half of this decade. Unexpectedly, Pratt claimed that hybrids, not fully electric cars, would be the first Toyotas to get new batteries. Toyota, according to Pratt, intended to launch hybrid vehicles with solid-state batteries. It outlined a few defenses. He asserted that using solid-state batteries in hybrids first will result in cost savings because hybrids have more miniature battery packs than EVs. Therefore, the cost of producing solid-state batteries has increased. Another problem solid-state batteries face is battery life because frequent charging wears down early prototype cells. The smaller battery receives considerably more frequent charging and recharging in a hybrid. According to Pratt, hybrids would offer a perfect testing ground for the new technology because of the increased battery cycling. He claimed that if costs continue to drop, they'd plan to roll them out in battery electric vehicles as well, but they wanted to start by placing them in cars since they thought those would be the most excellent fit in terms of lifetime and use. More details will likely become accessible when 2025 draws near, and Toyota is ready to launch its first solid-state battery hybrid vehicle. According to Battery Special, it is not surprising that other titans of the auto industry, including Ford and Volkswagen, have been competing to create a new generation of batteries to address the shortcomings of the current electric vehicle batteries. Because solid-state batteries charge more quickly, last longer, and are less likely to catch fire than lithium-ion batteries, many businesses favor them. Currently, liquid electrolytes are no longer included in solid-state batteries. By the decade's second half, automobile manufacturers had spent millions on technology development. The competition takes place at a crucial time. Rising gas prices and growing efforts to minimize greenhouse gas emissions because of climate change have raised the demand for electric vehicles. This has led to shortages of many minerals used in contemporary electric vehicle batteries. It has prompted ethical concerns because adults and children frequently mine them in dangerous conditions with little protection. However, the new battery's introduction to the market would be highly challenging, according to researchers and automakers. It's the technology of the future, said Eric DeWashman, director of the Maryland Energy Innovation Institute. The question is, when will that future happen? Toyota wants to use this battery in their upcoming model, so perhaps we won't have to wait too long. For the past 3 decades, lithium-ion batteries have dominated the market. Because of their advantages, they can store a lot of power in a small space and have a quick recharge time. These days, they are widely employed in pacemakers, medical equipment for operating rooms, electronic tablets, phones, and many other essential goods. However, experts claim that using them in electric vehicles has drawbacks. Some lithium-ion batteries have a constrained capacity for charging. Drivers are limited to a single charge. According to scientists, they may have reached the maximum amount of electricity they can store. Because they contain flammable liquid electrolytes, they might pose a fire risk, leading General Motors to recall them. In 2020, the Chevy Bolt electric car. These batteries make considerable use of nickel and cobalt, but these metals are in short supply and increasingly expensive. They are also essential elements. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is experiencing a human rights problem due to the widespread cobalt mining done there by both adults and children, who frequently inhale dangerous compounds and suffer severe lung conditions. Without a doubt, Li Chan, a chemist and expert in materials science at Argonne National Labor, affirms, solid-state batteries will eventually replace lithium-ion batteries. She asserted that because the new batteries would employ a solid layer of graphite rather than volatile liquid electrolytes, they would be safer, less dependent on nickel and cobalt, and able to store more energy for less money, making them desirable for automakers. Major automakers like Toyota are collaborating with solid-state battery producers or developing the technology themselves because they are aware of the drawbacks and costs of current battery technology. Toyota is neither the only participant in this competition nor the only producer of electric vehicles interested in this battery. Volkswagen has invested $300 million in QuantumScape, a solid-state battery company backed by Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, to put the batteries into production by the middle of this decade. Ford and BMW invested $130 million in Colorado-based solid-state battery startup Solid Power. Doug Campbell, CEO of Solid Power, considers the focus on solid-state technology necessary to commercialize the technology by 2027. To meet its goal of installing commercially viable solid-state batteries in autos by 2027, the firm went public in December and earned more than $540 million. Currently, it is hiring like crazy. Campbell added that he did not find it surprising that automakers utilize the technology. He was locating something more affordable, robust, and explosive. One of the most significant technological advances for automakers in the future is batteries. Batteries are a crucial safety component and account for 40% of the price of an electric car. Nevertheless, some individuals worry about technology. Washman from the Maryland Energy Innovation Institute claims that these batteries will be manufactured. Solid-state batteries are likely to first appear in the U.S. aerospace and defense industries, as these sectors have more minor volume requirements for the product. According to Washman, the problem is that most lithium-ion batteries are made in China, where the manufacturing process has been improved and costs have dropped. Solid-state batteries require a unique manufacturing process that would be more difficult to replicate at the same scale as lithium-ion batteries. This is predicted to increase costs in the short term, as the world's production shifts to solid-state batteries. Due to high production costs, a lack of manufacturing scale, and an ignorance of the best solid electrolyte solutions, solid-state batteries are also costly. Dendrites are responsible for their frequent short circuits. In essence, they are microscopic fissures that form in the solid electrolyte component of the battery over time and render it worthless. To claim that solid-state battery chemistry is advancing significantly, though, is not hyperbole. The assertion is accurate. It is happening. This innovative technology will result in a long-term transformation of the EV industry over the following years, and a permanent change will be made to the entire electronics sector. The competition is to develop a solid-state battery for use in electric vehicles. And if Toyota can create a functioning prototype soon, we might see the future's most prevalent vehicle technology very soon. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video.